For most of life's history, there was no you, no me, no us, no together. Just billions of individual cells, each one completely alone, living alone, eating alone, dying alone, in an ocean that had no word for together. And for 2 billion years, that was enough. So, here is the question that should stop you. What made a cell, a single, solitary, self-sufficient living thing, decide to stay? Not copy, not compete, just stay. Next to another cell, forever. Because that one decision made by something with no brain, no intention, no plan, is the reason you have a heartbeat right now. Every organ in your body, every thought you have ever had, every face you have ever loved, all of it tracks back to one cell that simply refused to live. Go back, far back, 1 billion years ago. The ocean is ancient and alive, but it is a world of strangers. Billions of single cells drifting through cold, dark water, each one a complete universe unto itself. Each one eats, moves, divides. Each one carries everything it needs to survive entirely alone. And for billions of years, this was the whole story of life. No cooperation, no community, no shared future, just survival. Quiet, solitary, and complete. And from a purely biological standpoint, the single cell is a masterpiece. Compact, efficient, split into two. And you never really die. You just become something else, immortal in its own quiet way. So why would anything give that up? Why would a cell ever choose to bind itself to another? To share resources, share burdens, share a fate, when alone it was already perfect? Here is the answer. And like most true answers, it begins not with ambition, but with a problem. The ocean was running out. Resources that once drifted freely were now being consumed faster than they could be replaced. More cells meant more competition. More competition meant less for everyone. And a single cell in this thinning world faces the oldest trap in the history of life. Stay small and survive today, or try to grow and risk everything. Because growing is expensive. A bigger cell needs more energy, more repairs, more management, more of everything it is already running short on. Alone, there is a ceiling, a hard, invisible limit to how complex any one cell can ever become. But what if you didn't have to do it alone? It didn't just with a plan. It never does. Somewhere in some ancient ocean, in a moment so small, so unremarkable, that the universe barely noticed, a cell divided. And the two daughter cells simply did not separate. They stayed. Not because they chose to, not because they could see what they were beginning, but because in that particular moment, in that particular ocean, staying together happened to work better than drifting apart. That is all it was. A division that didn't finish. an accident that refused to correct itself. And yet, from that one unfinished split, the entire history of complex life begins. Stop here for a moment. Because what just happened is the most underrated event in the history of everything alive. We celebrate the first cell. We marvel at the first predator. We wonder at the first eye, the first heartbeat, the first breath. But this quiet, unplanned, almost accidental moment of two cells staying next to each other, this is the foundation of all of it. Without this moment, there are no animals, no forests, no creatures in the deep ocean, no humans standing under the night sky wondering where they came from. Just an ocean of solitary cells, each one perfect, each one alone, forever. Now, think about what staying together actually makes possible. Two cells sharing a surface are harder to swallow than one. Four clustered together, harder still. 100, 1,000, suddenly size, which was once a burden, becomes armor. But that is only the beginning, because when cells stay together long enough, something extraordinary and irreversible begins. They start to change, not suddenly, not by design, but gradually, accidentally, inevitably. Different cells begin doing different things. Some face outward, absorbing resources, sensing the water, taking the heat so others don't have to. Others retreat inside, managing energy, handling the chemistry, doing the invisible work that keeps everything alive. And in doing so, life discovers something it has never had before. Something that will change everything. Division of labor. Here is why that matters. And it matters enormously. A single cell must do everything itself. Eat, move, defend, reproduce, repair, all at once, all the time, forever. It is the biological equivalent of one person trying to be the entire city. The doctor, the farmer, the engineer, the soldier, all at once, with no rest, no backup, no help. There is a ceiling to what one cell can do, and that ceiling is very, very low. But a community of specialized cells has no such ceiling. One cell becomes extraordinary at moving, another at sensing light, another at breaking down food, another at carrying messages across vast distances. Each one focused, each one refined, each one doing one thing better than any single cell ever could. And together, they become something that is extraordinary at everything. Something no single cell could ever be alone. Something that, given enough time, will grow lungs and eyes and a nervous system capable of processing music and a mind capable of asking where it all began, and eventually a voice capable of telling the story. But here is the part that should genuinely stop you. Because this transition from a loose colony of cells to a real, coordinated living body required something no cell had ever been asked for before: sacrifice. for a multicellular body to work. Some cells must stop reproducing entirely. Think about what that means. The deepest, most ancient drive in all of life. The drive to copy yourself, to pass on your DNA, to persist beyond your own death. Some cells simply give it up. They work, they specialize, they serve the whole, and they never reproduce. From a purely selfish standpoint, this is incomprehensible. Why would any living thing surrender the one thing life has always fought to keep? And yet, across billions of years, in countless species, in every complex body that has ever existed, cells made this deal over and over, quietly, without resistance, as if they always knew that alone they were limited, but together they were something else entirely. The answer is one of the most beautiful ideas in all of biology. Because these cells are not strangers making a selfish sacrifice. They are family. Every single cell in your body, all 37 trillion of them, carries identical DNA. They are, in the most literal sense, and same organism. So when a heart cell gives up reproduction to keep beating, it is not losing, it is investing. The body reproduces, the body survives. The body passes on the DNA that every cell inside it shares. What looks like sacrifice is actually the most sophisticated form of cooperation life has ever invented. Every cell wins, not alone, but together. And here is what I want you to carry with you. You are the result of this bargain. Right now, 37 trillion cells are working inside you. Your heart cells beat endlessly and ask for nothing in return. Your neurons carry thoughts you don't even notice having. Your skin cells stand at the border of your body, taking damage so your inner world stays safe. And when they have given everything, they quietly die, and new ones take their place. None of them asks why. None of them hesitates. They simply work together for you as you. You are not one thing. You are a civilization. 37 trillion lives. Each one ancient. Each one capable of surviving alone. Each one choosing instead to be part of something larger than itself. The physician Louis Thomas once wrote, "We are built to make mistakes, coded for error." And I think that is the deepest truth hiding inside this story. The first multicellular life was a mistake, a division that didn't finish, an accident that refused to correct itself. But from that mistake, from that one small moment of two cells staying side by side, came everything. Every body that has ever moved through this world, every mind that has ever wandered, every pair of eyes that has ever looked at the night sky and felt, without knowing why, that it belonged there. Life did not plan to become complex. It simply stayed together long enough to discover what together could mean. If that idea stays with you, subscribe to the Discovery Muse and explore the full Origins of Life playlist. where every episode takes one ancient mystery and makes it feel personal. Because the next chapter is already waiting. It begins with a body that now needs to sense the world around it. A body that needs to know what is food and what is danger, what is light and what is dark, what is near and what is far. A body that needs, for the first time in the history of life, something that can see. We will find out together.